October is finally in the rearview mirror, and I got some pretty cool additions that I've made to the personal collection outside of my weekly comic book pulls. I managed to track down a mix of classic Marvel history, some deep cuts, even a couple of books that are outside of the typical superhero fare. So let's take a look at what I got here in October. Kicking things off, I'm starting off with a book that you already know I hold in really high regard. This is going to be Rare Flavours, the Deluxe Edition by Ram V and Felipe Andrade. This is a really beautiful deluxe edition hardcover that I just absolutely adore. Ram V is one of my favorite writers. I loved his work on Swamp Thing, Detective Comics, but his indie work is really where he takes things to another level. This book follows a demon who enlists the help of a lackadaisical filmmaker to help him make a food documentary, but trust me when I say there's way more to the story than that. It is such a unique, high-concept story, and I'm really excited to see the amazing artwork in this deluxe format. If you've read this, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Next up from Patrick Horvath, we have the kind of introductory origin story, if you will, of Sam from Beneath the Trees Where No One Sees. This is the Comics Pro exclusive cover here. I got this at one of the LCSs near me. I can't wait to dive into this and find out exactly what's going on with the character of Sam and kind of the adventures that she had in Europe when she was taking some time off and kind of exploring the person that she was going to be. It's sure to be a bloodbath, though. Next up, we're going old school, and if you know me, this shouldn't be any surprise, it's Elektra. I managed to find a complete run of the Frank Miller and Klaus Janson Elektra Saga in its 4-issue series reprinted. This is kind of basically like a cut-up, reassembled version of all of the storylines that take place within Frank Miller's original storyline of, his original run of Daredevil, and mixed in with parts of the Bizarre Adventures. I believe it was issue number 28. These are a huge piece of Marvel history here. I'm really excited to add this to my ever-growing Daredevil collection. It's a classic story. It definitely deserves to be collected in this way. Which is your favorite collection of Elektra stories here? Let me know. Okay, this one's a little bit of a deep cut here, but it's one that holds a really special place in my heart. This is Bring on the Bad Guys, the origin of the Marvel villains here from Fireside. This is an anthology that came out in 1976, and it's packed with all of the origins of these villainous characters, and it's really, really unique. I'm talking classics from Doctor Doom, Magneto, Green Goblin, every single heavy hitter that you would expect. This, along with Sons of Origins and some of the first comics that actually ignited that love, that passion that I have for comic books in itself. I can't tell you how many times I actually checked these books out from the library over and over and over. It essentially made it into my collection by way of the library because nobody else could get their hands on these things. I love these things through and through. The cover art is fantastic, and it's an awesome piece of comic book memorabilia that I'm so happy to have in my collection. Now for one that's a little bit off of the beaten path here, but still has that graphic novel sensibility, I want to talk Paul Auster's New York Trilogy. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know much about this book. I know the very slightest of details here, that it's kind of a noir crime drama that's made by a couple different creators here. What I do know is that this is one of the very few comics that David Mazzucchelli put his name on is associated to. I'm a huge fan of David Mazzucchelli and their artwork, so I had to put this in the PC. I'm really excited to kind of dive into this and find out exactly what it's all about. The artistic quality is huge, and this takes place, or this was done after his work on Daredevil, but before Asterios Polyp. So I anticipate seeing an ever-changing, ever-growing Mazzucchelli in regard to his artwork on here. If you're interested in knowing more about this, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you're interested in a review. And finally, the headliner of this haul, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Marvel Premiere Collection edition of Captain America: The Winter Soldier by Ed Brubaker and Steve Epting. This, I can't believe that I have not spent any time with this in the past here. I'm a huge Ed Brubaker fan, and this story is the one that really, I feel like, kind of put him on the map at Marvel and really kind of allowed him to use this as a jumping off point to really gain notoriety in his indie work. Shout out to Stu from Dr. Doom's fan club for finally twisting my arm so I can fully appreciate Steve Epting's artwork on here and really dive into the incredible pacing of Brubaker's writing. This has been fantastic so far. I'm about maybe a quarter way through on this right now, but I'm kind of taking my time with it and piecemealing it over week after week here, including, all of the stuff that I'm doing on the weekly comic book reviews. Make sure to check those out when they drop every single Sunday, by the way. But this has been fantastic, and it's in a really affordable, great, compact edition here. So make sure you check this out. So there you have it. We got a modern classic with the Winter Soldier, a historical deep dive with the bad guys, some gritty noir with Paul Auster, and that gorgeous Rare Flavors Deluxe Edition. Which one of these were your favorite finds? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and do all that YouTube kind of stuff here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.